guys listening and looking to La Magia Absalón. It's wonderful to be here. I hope you enjoy this video. Have fun. At the same time, in our record, we do not go into the negative side of humanity and nature. We kind of emphasize the importance that we are that we coexist with nature. We are part of it, better said, even because, well, we are. It's just that maybe we could learn a little bit more of the balance with it, and instead of trying to dominate it, learn to be part of it.
In the booklet, I saw you with a fox. I think it is a fox.
A wolf, yeah.
And
wolf.
A wolf? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, lovely one. And did you choose it?
Yes.
Yes. Can I know why? Can we know why?
Yeah. I mean, in the Refam days, I wrote a song called Wolf and Dog.
Yes.
Who are symbols to two sides in my life, where the wolf is more the career side, the hunter, the one that wants to come out and hunting groups as I go around playing with my band. And the dog represents part of me that likes to be home, likes to be in routines, the safety and the comfort of home. And those two need to be in balance for me to be happy and healthy. So if Nightwish, which is my wolf side, comes with the question, what kind of natural element, because it could have been anything from a stone to a tree to an animal,
yes.
And what natural element would you want? My first feeling was wolf because of that.
And it is a lovely one because what you say, they hunt in groups, and they have a lot of communication each other. And I wish to ask you, in the new album, what do you consider your input into the new album?
Yeah, I would say that it's my way of interpreting the songs, the way I sing it. I guess I try to tell a story as good as I can, and I know that Thomas has been really using the diversity in my voice, so he knows about it, and he's really using it to the max. So that's something I add. The way that we can harmonize voices is really used more as well. Troy and Thomas, Troy, Marco, and me. So not something in the color of my voice that works really well with the color of the voice of Marco and Troy, and that's something. And I guess just the way I am fits to the way that the guys are, so that is something that you can't really awarely add, that goes on a more subconscious level where you fit with each other or you don't. But I do fit, and I guess that the way that we have found a way to be is really well in balance, and that's really good.
Yeah, and I can feel it through the music that you are having a good time, really.
Yeah, good.
And also,
that's good to hear that.
Yeah, I think you said Showmaker was the most difficult one in this album.
Well, amongst others, but not the whole song, but definitely the verses. The verses in music as well. There's the speed and the progression of the vocal lines are extremely challenging. And then the end part of Showmaker was tricky, not because it was tricky to sing, but to get the right balance and flow with the music.
You have that kind of vocal range, so you can go easily and leave us to the dance with every note. I really love that one. Also, I think in Mexico and almost Latin America, the most favorite song I saw in comments, in photos, was Pan. That one and Tribal was the most commented songs. How can you tell us about Pan? What can you tell us? Sorry.
Yeah, Pam's a really, it's like a love letter to the human imagination, where we can, everything you can imagine, it can become reality in your own head, and that's sort of an endless source of inspiration, and the way it's been, the way what it has been doing to humanity is wonderful. So it's and it's a weird song. It jumps from all kinds of stuff. The melody sometimes, but I remember I was studying it. It was like, am I really getting this right? It's really complex also there.
Yeah.
But a lovely, straightforward chorus with Marco and Troy. Super nice. I'm really looking forward to play that one live. Same for Tribal, actually. So for good old Empo, he called it the torture song for old man because it's so fast riffing that he was like, I'm getting too old for this shit.
Okay. Also, I want to ask you this because it is important. In the new times we are facing, I would say that some people are having a bad time, mental time, because they don't like to be locked down. So I identify myself with you because you had burnout. Also, Sharon had burnout. I don't know if you can recommend us things to do to improve, to prevent.
Yeah, it's so individual that's tricky, but a burnout, at least, it doesn't really just happen. It builds up over a long time, and just because of that, it's so hard to really put your finger on the actual process. I mean, now that I've had it, I can recognize when I start to have done too much to try to slow down before I push myself over a certain boundary again. And that's a learning curve for life, I think, because I every now and then still push myself too much, mainly because the reason why you would get yourself burned out is not what you do, it's how you do it. Mm-hmm. And the reason why you do the things that you do is often because of how you learned it and because of how you are. It's in your personality to do those things. And so that's why it's really hard to say something for everybody, because everybody's raised differently and everybody's wired differently. But most important is that you learn whether you have a tendency to overwork yourself or be depressed or what. Is to get to know yourself really well and to listen to the signals of both mind and body saying, I'm actually feeling like this or that. And it's remarkable how bad I'm still at that sometimes, because I prioritize other things, deadlines or work or whatever. I want to finish something, and halfway I start to feel that I'm already getting tired, but instead of listening to myself, I will push myself till I'm done, instead of saying I can finish it another day and I'll be, taking it easy from this point forward. So it's a lot of recognition in about yourself and about your own behavior, and that's why it's so complex. But what I can say is that this lockdown is a perfect moment to actually try and take the positive out of it. I think part of the reason why it's difficult for people is because you're so locked up with yourself there. It puts you the finger on the sore spot, and instead of fearing and dreading it, I would say that maybe you can try and take the bull by its horns and figure it out, and you might be physically isolated, but you're not mentally. The world is a very big place thanks to internet, and talk with people, read about things, watch videos, get involved, because it's really easy, unfortunately, to go down the negative spiral, but that's always one way down. So it's hard to climb out of it, but it's definitely worth it, and it's definitely something that will help you also when life is going to go back to normal, because at some point it will, and then the speed of everything will just flow right over you once again, and then you have that to complain about. So enjoy the silence and enjoy the rest, and let it come. Maybe that.
Wow, that was beautiful. I think. Thank you so much for doing this. Also, I want to ask you to, I don't know, say a greeting, because in Mexico you were supposed to be last weekend.
I know.
And
oh, yeah, it sucks. I mean, I would have loved to be in Mexico again. I would have loved to. I mean, we were going to do a really cool festival, and it's always great fun to be in Mexico. I mean, you guys are one of our most favorite audiences.
Really? We
so
are?
loud, so enthusiastic, always. Yeah, so it really is a bummer, but it's not cancelled, it's postponed. So we will come back, we'll make it work, and just sit tight till it happens. One thing that you maybe don't know, we have recently connected ourselves, Nightwish, to something called the World Land Trust.
Okay, yes, of course.
Yeah, it's an organization that tries to take care of our planet, and it does so by having projects in several parts of the world to help to protect a certain area where there's a lot of wildlife, or a certain biotope worth preserving. And it's always very tricky to do so, because there are always a lot of people involved who want to, you can't take down the Amazon. Yes, as the Brazilian government, for instance. Why not? You in Europe took down all your forests. Why shouldn't we? Plus, it's our livelihood. But the rest of the world, we by now know what deforestation does, so there are a lot of interests, but it's a very complex thing. And World Land Trust helps to buy these areas, and by doing so, they try to work with local governments, with the people living there, to make it work for everybody. And we have connected ourselves to this project, so we're financially supporting them, and we can't really say we work with all the projects, so you have to choose a project and so we choose for a project that is in Mexico, for a beautiful area there that needs to be preserved for everybody. So that's a wonderful thing, maybe to tell.
Yeah, it is a huge one, because it's also your proof that you also love your fans in Mexico.
Yeah, definitely. And it's nice to live it. I mean, the world is this one. We make borders, and we as humans did. But you guys have a fantastic nature as well, that just needs a little bit of help, perhaps, from the rest of the world. Where also in Mexico, it's not that easy for the government to say we're going to protect what we have left. So it's great to feel that the world can unify when it comes to the preservation of nature, and of course music is already doing that. So it's right up our alley, I guess.
Okay, thank you very much for this meeting. I know the time is
running out, unfortunately.
So fast, but thank you so much, brother. I wish you the best.
You too.
And I wish you to see you soon here in Mexico. Thank you so much.
I hope so too. Thank you. Take care. All the best to you. Stay healthy.
Stay safe, please.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.